Two men are walking on the beach. As they walk, the ocean noises wash on their ears, just as the waves do against the shore. The footprints leave the same marks as they compress the sand. The smell of salt and fishy brine seems to gather in the cold as the sun sets. As I take off my headset, my senses readjust to the living room of my apartment. The sand beneath my feet transforms into the carpet, and the cold air flows in through the window. Was the beach real? Has the man on the beach disappeared, or was he walking with me all along? Welcome to my channel, and today I want to talk about a topic that's been on my mind a lot lately. Immersion technology, and its impact on our lives, specifically in the context of XR. From virtual reality to augmented reality, this technology is changing the way we interact with the world around us, and it's both exciting and a bit scary. As an adult, I am so rarely transported to another world through other mediums. The late nights of playing video games, maybe, or singing along to songs around a campfire, or sometimes while reading a book and walking through those doors, wardrobes, and portals into universes where my imagination is more than enough to fill in the gaps. But this time, in all my experiences, something is different. I know it's there now, sitting at the tip of my tongue, trying to compel you to understand a difference that now that I am awake to it, I can sense it. Like Neo waking up from the Matrix, or Snow White waking up to find the prince. I am confused once again about where I am, and even as I try to explain this, the cat meows, and I have to stop for a minute. Alright, well, as if growing up and dealing with life wasn't already changing us fast enough, things like this make it go by faster and faster and faster. And I'm not talking about the cat. I'm talking about these advances in technology, these next level of immersion that is just so much more challenging. But does it really change anything? A person is said to be immersed when the human senses are crowded, a level of engagement or presence, and more we analyze the meaning of that sensation through scientific methods that allow us greater insight, but also raise further questions. Like, what pixels per square inch is a human eye resolution? Well, it seems to be a high refreshing, revolving, asynchronous reprojection through a pancake lens with a 3D rendered reflection of us. And extended reality at about 170 dpi. No matter how I feel about XR, like AR, augmented reality, or VR, virtual reality, it is changing the world. For me, prompting this video more literally than the miles walked to catch Pokemon on our phone, or the weight loss trying to cut blocks that just move to the beats of good music. It's moving forward in many industries, from healthcare, surgical robots, and educational classrooms, architecture planning, and entertainment, which is around every bend, and probably ads, lots of ads, as psychological techniques colonize your attention. Just as new therapies and collaboration bring new cures. It's changing how we learn, work, and play by providing the most immersive experience available to the average person. XR is changing the world. It's not a matter of if or when anymore. It's a matter of how and who will be left behind. The meaning and the style may be unclear, but the song is written and the band assembles for a sensational evening. The question remains, however, why immersion matters. Even Hollywood and video games strive for it because having good immersion significantly enhances the everyday user's sense of being in a different place or situation, making the experience more engaging, viewable, clickable, entertaining, and memorable. Just as any good book can transport you, these new technologies are taking it up a notch. Immersion is usually achieved through various means such as high-quality visuals, audio, realistic movements, interactions, but ultimately a planned and calculated sense of presence, described in scientific detail now by how our human senses receive input. The more immersive the experience, the more likely the user feels that they are there, making the experience more impactful and hopefully enjoyable. It does have its drawbacks. As we become more immersed in these virtual worlds, it is important to consider the ethical implications of the content that is being presented to the users. There just won't be things we want to be immersed in. Rockstar stories and hot coffee that is too much to handle. If you're not familiar, in 2005, the video game industry, I guess it was just Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, was found to have explicit content known as hot coffee that could be unlocked through hacking the game. This sparked widespread controversy and led to legal action against Rockstar Games. This incident highlighted the fears of needing to assess and regulate the content of video games, particularly in terms of explicit or controversial material. Does XR material need the same consideration? There have already been calls for more regulation and oversight of XR experiences, particularly in terms of the content that could be harmful to children or vulnerable individuals. All of this is because XR is just more immersive. Good immersion grants you a better understanding. The goal was always to place you into another world, to see from their point of view, and to walk a mile in their shoes. Bad immersion, however, exposes you to content that could be violating and offensive at best. As with any powerful tool, immersion in general can be used for good and for evil. It's up to us to use it responsibly and respect the choice of others, no matter how we may see the world. Immersion is not a new concept, and today's XR technology is taking it to new heights. Still, the future of immersion is a double-edged sword, and we must wield it responsibly. Thank you for watching. Let me know your thoughts on this topic in the comments below.